Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm RonMan. Today we're taking a look at the Resident Evil 3 remake for PS4. So I just wanted to do a quick review for the Resident Evil 3 remake. I just beat it. This is going to be spoiler free. All the footage in the video is going to be from the demo. So let's get started. Now this game, right off the bat, it is great. It's a good game. I did find it a little disappointing though in certain ways, so I'll start off with the good though. So I just beat this game for the second time. I've played it through twice, and it's a lot of fun. And that's the biggest thing. This game is just so much fun. It's fun to explore, it's fun to fight, it's fun to dodge, it's just a whole lot of fun. The graphics and the controls are fantastic. I mean, if you played the second game, the Resident Evil 2 remake, you know what you're getting into. But again, it's a beautiful game. It looks great. I mean, Raccoon City is completely demolished, as you all know. But if you just really stop to pay attention to certain details, it's impressive how well they crafted the city. The controls are also fantastic. If you've played the second game, again, you know what you're getting into here. Of course, we have the dodge mechanic. Now, it is fun to use the dodge mechanic, but it's also, it helps to make the game a little more manageable, because this time there's just a lot of zombies. There are many areas where there's just tons of zombies, and there's a lot of areas where maybe there's not too many zombies, but you're in a tight corridor. There might be 2 or 3 zombies or whatever it is, and the dodge mechanic really helps to help balance that out. This game also has jump scares, which is pretty cool. Some of them are scheduled jump scares, but not all of them. Sometimes you might, for example, shoot a zombie and he'll fall down, and then when you enter that room later on, the zombie might be behind a door, and it might give you a bit of a scare. So that's the good stuff. Overall, the game is great. The bad stuff, though, and this won't be a surprise to anyone, the length. It's a very, very short game. On my first playthrough, I beat it in 6 hours and 24 minutes. And on my second playthrough, I beat it in just over 4 hours. So it's a short game. I don't necessarily like to compare it to the second game, the Resident Evil 2 remake, but it's hard not to. But the Resident Evil 2 remake, you could also beat it pretty quickly as well, but you had Leon and you had Claire, and you also had the A campaign and the B campaign. So for me, I felt like there were 4 campaigns in a sense. Like you could do the A campaign with both Claire and Leon, and then do the B campaign with both Claire and Leon. So I felt like there was a little bit more. But in the Resident Evil 3 remake, it's just one campaign. It's just Jill, and that's how it was in the original Resident Evil 3. But this is the remake. I was kind of hoping that they would do like a Jill campaign and a Carlos campaign. I know that wasn't in the original, but it's a remake. You can do whatever you want, right? So the length, bit of a disappointment there, but for as short as it is, the whole thing is fun. So that's the good and the bad. Now I'm going to talk about the mixed, where I feel mixed with this game, and that's Nemesis. Now the reason I'm mixed with Nemesis is because in my head before the game came out, I thought he was going to be like Mr. X from the Resident Evil 2 remake. I thought he was going to be like that, but just stronger and faster. But he's not. He just shows up at his scheduled times. You deal with him for a little bit, and then you're very aware of when you're not dealing with him anymore, and you don't really ever deal with him for very long, and you can go back to exploring the game like you were. Now, on one hand, I can see that that's good, because Mr. X from the second game, some people did complain that he was kind of a nuisance. You'd be trying to solve the puzzle in the library, and you got Mr. X, fucking your shit up. So I can see why they just kind of made Nemesis a scheduled, pre-planned encounter. But on the same time, I think that Mr. X really added that feeling of dread to Resident Evil 2. And there's not really a feeling of dread with Resident Evil 3 remake. So it's hard to say, because Nemesis does work well. He shows up, he's scary, you can fight him. And if you do fight him, you can get extra loot, potentially. So I don't really know how I feel about how Nemesis turned out. He works fine in the game. Like, if you never played Resident Evil 2 and you don't compare him to Mr. X, he's fine. He shows up, you deal with him, he adds stress, he's great. But if you have played Resident Evil 2, for me at least, I just kind of feel like I kind of wish that he was this constant threat just to add that feeling of dread. But at the same time, it's a bit of relief that you don't have to deal with him constantly throughout the whole game. Like you do, but not the same way that Resident Evil 2 was. So overall, the game, it is great. It's lots of fun, if not a little short. I'm not going to spoil anything, but this game was designed for repeat playthroughs, and that's made very clear once you beat it. So overall, great game. My expectations were soaring through the clouds because the Resident Evil 2 remake was just so fantastic. But it's still a great game in its own right. I don't know if I could recommend to you to pay full price, maybe wait for a discount. I paid full price because I'm a fucking I couldn't wait. I had to play this game. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. So overall, I give the remake for Resident Evil 3 an 8 out of 10. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.